Welcome to my podcast. My name is PJ Angiporda at samahan niyo ko and let's talk about life and how to get through it. This is my podcast, Paano Nga Ba? And today we are going to talk about paano nga ba natin haharapin ang mga uncertainties ng buhay. Almost half of the year 2020 is over and there is still no concrete sign that we will go back to our normal lives anytime soon. Every night we worry about what is going to happen tomorrow. Marahil marami sa atin wish that all of this is just a dream, a nightmare, and none of this is really happening. But the moment we wake up, turn on the television or the radio, read news online, and check out the social media posts of our friends and families, there is no running away from the reality of what this pandemic has brought to our world and to our lives. And it doesn't end there. Uncertainty is all around us, and never more so, of course, than this time. Dahil sa pandemic na ito, lalo lang tayong naging uncertain, unclear, unsure, and insecure, lalong-lalo na sa ating mga kalusugan. We worry kung anong magiging epekto ng COVID-19 virus once na dumapo ito sa atin or sa ating mga mahal sa buhay. As of today, almost 500,000 people around the world died because of this virus. At dahil dyan, di natin maiwasan na lalong mag-alala. Economies all over the world are greatly affected, with news and articles saying that it will only bounce back 2 to 3 years from now. Kaya naman di rin talaga nating maiwasan na mangamba kung paano na nga ba ang ating mga trabaho, ang ating mga pinagkakakitaan, kung saan nakasalalay ang ating finances and those of our family. Paano na ang pag-aaral nila? Paano na yung mga bayarin natin? Paano na lang yung mga pangarap at plano natin sa buhay? If you feel so overwhelmed by all these uncertainties and worry about what tomorrow might bring, it is important to know that you are not alone. Many of us are. Sabi nga, we are in the same boat at this time. So before we get so stressed out at bago tayo tuluyan tangayin ng mga problema na ating hinaharap at kakaharapin pa, at mag-worry na lang lagi, pag-usapan na lang muna natin yan at baka may mapulot tayo kahit konting aral. So paano nga ba natin haharapin ang mga uncertainties ng buhay? Whether there is pandemic or no pandemic, life will always be uncertain. Sa Tagalog, ang buhay ay walang katiyakan. None of us can really predict what the future holds. Walang sino man sa atin ang maaaring magsabi ng buong kasiguraduhan kung ano nga bang twists and turns our lives will take. Life is uncertain and the future is always unknown. And that's a fact. Pero sa kabila nito, ipinagpapatuloy natin at kailangan nating ipagpatuloy ang buhay natin. Hindi natin pwedeng ihinto ito. So may pandemic man o wala, life is uncertain and life must go on and on. Acceptance is key. We have to acknowledge and embrace uncertainty as an essential part of our life. Well, madaling sabihin, pero mahirap gawin? Oo naman, syempre. Tayo mga tao, natural na gusto natin meron tayong level of control sa mga situation natin. But the moment we learn to accept things as it is, nauhugot natin yung tapang within ourselves. And with this newfound determined courage, we learn to navigate our fears. Tumatayo tayo, tumitindig at hinaharap ang buhay anuman ang ibato nito sa atin. Habang background music yung kanta ng Neo Colors na tuloy pa rin ang awit ng buhay ko, magbago man ang hugis ng buong mundo. Hanggang dyan na lang, baka makopyright tayo. Pero, diba, kasi kung maluwag yung pakiramdam natin at tanggap natin na parte ito ng buhay at hindi stress ang utak natin, mas mabilis magplano, gumawa ng paraan, harapin at hamunin ang ating mundong punong-puno ng walang kasiguraduhan. Sabi nga, the only certain in life is uncertainty, but fear and worry are optional. It's a choice. So paano nga ba natin haharapin ang mga uncertainties ng buhay? I always mention this, but it is always true and applicable naman talaga. We should learn to focus on things we can control. Wala man tayong kapangyarihang pigilan ang pagdami ng nagkakasakit at namamatay sa COVID-19. Wala man tayong kontrol kung kailan babangon ulit ang ekonomiya. Or makakabawi yung mga pinagtatrabahuhan nating kumpanya. Or wala mang tayong kontrol kung kakailanganin pa rin ba tayo sa trabaho or hindi na. Many things remain outside our control, but we are not totally powerless. So instead of worrying about the uncontrollable, let's try to refocus our minds on taking actions within our control. In the last few weeks when our company started to lay off people, syempre hindi mawawala yung pag-aalala. Lalo na nung nabalitaan ko na yung mga ibang natanggal ay mga kakilala at mga naging kaibigan ko na rin ng mahabang panahon. I am thankful na hindi ako nakasama sa mga natanggal. Pero hindi ko nagawang hindi malungkot para sa kanila at sa kanilang mga pamilya. At ganoon din, hindi ko nagawang hindi mag-alala para naman sa security ng aking trabaho, lalo na nga at narito ako kasama ng aking pamilya sa ibang bansa. As an OFW, our stay here is dependent on our contracts. And the moment you get terminated, you need to leave the country unless you find a new job. But I learned over the years that we should not suppress our emotions. Iiyak natin kung kailangan. Okay lang naman malungkot. Natural lang sa ating mga tao yan. We cannot just deny or ignore our emotions. Kasi hindi yun aalis, hindi yun mawawala at lalo lang itong i-increase yung stress and anxiety natin na kapag nagpatuloy ay maaaring magpa-burnout sa atin or worse would lead to depression. Allowing ourselves to go through this situation emotionally helps us reduce the stress that we feel. It helps us to come to terms with our situation, and it helps us to find a sense of peace as we deal with these uncertainties and challenges. But never dwell on that emotion. Hindi naman dapat na laging lungkot na lang ang nararamdaman natin. Talking about focusing our strengths on the things we can control. If things are uncertain sa ating mga kumpanya, marami tayong maaaring gawin at doon i-focus ang energy natin. May tanggalan man o wala sa trabaho, dapat laging updated ang mga resumes, mga CVs natin para sa oras kakailanganin na natin ay maaari natin itong agad gamitin. If Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram is your only place to connect and do networking, try LinkedIn kung wala ka pa. It works like a regular social network but focuses more on a professional networking and career development. If worried tayo magkasakit at mahawa ng COVID-19 virus, again, gawin natin yung maaari natin gawin by regularly washing our hands, avoiding crowds, and staying at home, among many others. Gaano man kahirap ang mga pinagdadaanan natin at pagdadaanan nating mga circumstances sa buhay, we have control sa ating magiging reaksyon, our attitude, and our emotional response. So paano nga ba natin naharapin ang mga uncertainties ng buhay? A Chinese proverb says that when you feel depressed, you are living in the past. When you are anxious and worried, you are living in the future. And when you are at peace, you are living in the present. Dahil sa mga nangyayari ngayon sa paligid natin, di natin maiwasan i-compare yung ngayon sa nakaraan. Ang dami nating pwedeng gawin back then. Walang restrictions, tuloy-tuloy lang ang pagdating ng income natin. Masaya tayo kasama ng ating mga katrabaho, kapamilya at mga kaibigan natin, lumabas, gumala, kumain at mamasyal. And because also of all these things, we sometimes focus on the future. Kaya nagiging worried tayo on how badly things could turn out, especially this time. But instead of trying to predict on what might happen tomorrow, let us switch our attention to what is happening right now. One of the surest ways to avoid worrying about what the future holds is to concentrate on the present. and contemplate on the positive things and all the blessings that we have right now. Ito ayon sa pag-aaral at siyensya, when we are grateful, nagre-release yung brain natin ng chemical called serotonin or sometimes called happy chemical because it contributes to our well-being and happiness. At di lang yan, by being appreciative of all the good things and all the blessings that we have, our brain also produces another chemical called dopamine, which helps us to strive, focus, and find things interesting. So by just simply doing that, it encourages our brain to keep looking for things to appreciate. Sabi nga ni Malby Babcock, better to lose count while naming your blessings than to lose your blessings to counting your problems. Kapag masyado tayong nagbababad sa mga regrets natin sa nakaraan at laging nagwo-worry sa future, come to think of it, wala naman tayong mapapala dyan. Wala tayong lalong mararating at ma-achieve kapag ganyan lagi tayo. Okay, I'm not saying that we should not consider and learn from our past. Nor am I saying that we should not plan for our future. Hindi po ito ang point ng sinasabi natin. What we are saying here is that we should not dwell on the past or the future. Hindi dapat tayo nabubuhay sa panahong hindi na natin maibabalik pa or sa bukas na di pa natin siguradong kakaharapin. Let us live in the present. By living in the present, we put our attention on the important task at magagamit natin ang ating mga natutunan para mas magawa natin ng tama at maayos ang ating mga plano sa buhay. So paano nga ba natin haharapin ang mga uncertainties ng buhay? If we are always stressed out and unsteady and uncertain, baka naman pala meron lang tayong kailangang gawin or baguhin sa mga normal na nating ginagawa. There are practical things that we can do to reduce the overall stress and anxiety levels para di tayo tuluyang matangay ng mga problema or uncertainties in life. Hindi kailangang mag-isip ng mga super complicated things. Merong mga simpleng bagay na maaari natin gawin to feel a bit more grounded and at peace. Why not do a journal? Write all those blessings na nangyayari sa araw natin and those things that we are thankful for. Write your prayers and your concerns and make sure to go back to it once it is already answered. Sabi nga natin kanina, malaking maitutulong kung magpo-focus tayo sa mga positibo at mga biyayang natatanggap natin. Why not read books? Challenge yourself to finish reading a book in a certain time period. As simple as this can actually give you a sense of accomplishment and allow you to have a certain outcome of certainty which can be so comforting. Galaw-galaw din for the many months that we were confined inside our houses at wala tayong access sa buhay outside, nakakadagdag ito ng stress. And alam naman natin that exercise is a natural and effective stress reliever and anti-anxiety treatment. Kaya sige na, run, walk, jog, feel the sun or wind on your skin now that the restrictions are being lifted. But of course, do all this with the necessary precaution and safety measure. To have that energy to do routines and exercises, syempre dapat we eat a healthy diet. Wag puro relief foods ang kinakain natin. Eating healthy meals can help maintain our energy levels and prevent mood swings and give our overall mood a boost. If our bodies get tired because of our exercise, malamang makakatulog din tayo ng maayos niyan. Lack of sleep or quality sleep to be specific can fuel anxiety and stress. Kaya if babaguhin natin yung daily habits natin, makakatulong ito para sa mas ma-relax tayo, ma-unwind and help us to sleep better at night. Ilan lang yan sa mga practical na maaari nating gawin at baguhin sa ating mga routines. Simple things but definitely can go a long way para harapin natin ng tama ang mga uncertainties ng buhay. So paano nga ba natin haharapin ang mga uncertainties ng buhay? One day fear My 6-year-old son watched a documentary with me about the COVID-19 pandemic in Netflix and all the troubles it can cause to our health, economy, and everything else. But after the show, he said, "Daddy, it's not a good show." And so I asked him why. To which he replied, "Because they forgot to mention about God." And he continued on saying, "One of my lessons in Sunday school is that it is God who allows bad things to happen to us. And it is also God who has the power to stop it anytime He wants. All we have to do is to be patient in waiting and trust in Him." Marami tayong gustong ituro sa ating mga anak, lalong-lalo na pagdating sa faith, sa ating pananampalataya at sa pananalig sa Diyos. But most of the time sa kanila tayo mas matututo at mas maraming matututunan. They approach God for who He is and what He can truly do. Na marahil marami sa atin ang nakakalimot as we get older and have encountered the complexities of life. Kaya siguro sinabi sa atin ni Jesus at ipinaalala sa atin na we must become as little children in order to enter the kingdom of God. Or in other words, have that childlike faith, a humble, innocent, and honest faith in God. Dahil sa pandemic na ito, nakita natin that we cannot put our faith sa mga kumpanya natin. Anytime pwede tayong matanggal. Gaano man tayo katagal na sa trabaho. We cannot put our faith in material things and our possession. Hindi niyan tayo kayang iligtas sa sakit. We cannot put our faith on anyone, even our families and loved ones. Maaari nila tayong iwan anytime. Because just like us, they are also fragile and susceptible to getting sick and even dying suddenly. Ano nga ba ulit yung faith? Faith is the confidence in what we hope for and assurance about the things we do not see. God allowed this pandemic to awaken the world so we can all see clearly our deep need for God and to put our trust and our faith in Him and in Him alone. Sabi nga, we don't know what the future holds, but it is important to know who holds the future. So paano nga ba natin haharapin ang mga uncertainties ng buhay? Accept and embrace uncertainty as an essential part of life. Learn to focus our strengths on the things we can control. Allow ourselves to go through uncertainties emotionally but never dwell on it. Live and concentrate on the present and meditate on the blessings that we have right now. Do practical and simple ways to reduce stress and anxiety, and never forget to put our trust and faith in the one who holds our future. Salamat for joining my podcast. I hope you learned something and I hope you enjoy listening to it. Let me know your thoughts and I hope to see you again in our next episode. So this is Paano Nga Ba with DJ Antiporda signing off and saying God bless us all.